What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Dwyer from the Bunker Recordings and BetterMixes.com, and today we're taking a look at the Warbler Mk1 from 3U Audio. If you've never heard of 3U Audio, that wouldn't surprise me at all. You won't find them at Sweetwater or Guitar Center or Vintage King, and the only way you can buy them is by emailing the owner directly. And they don't do any advertising as far as I know, becoming known almost entirely through word of mouth. Yet you might actually be more familiar with 3U than you realize. There are at least a couple of much more well-known mic companies who use 3U capsules inside of their mics. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you watching own a 3U capsule without even realizing it. But getting back to this mic, this is the Warbler Mk1, which is 3U's take on the Neumann U87. It is not a clone of the U87, but more of an inspired by kind of thing. I've compared this mic directly to a vintage U87, and maybe it's just the 50 years of spit and dirt on the 87 capsule, but they definitely didn't sound the same. You can hear one of the comparisons I did for yourself in my drum room mic shootout. I'll link that up here and in the description down below if you want to hear it for yourself. But the bottom line is, if you're looking for the exact sound of an 87, you should probably just get an 87. But if you're just looking for an all-around great mic at a great price, this guy might be for you. They actually make 6 different versions of the Warbler, each inspired by a different classic mic, from the U47 to the 251 to the Sony C800G, and they also have multi-pattern versions of each mic. But today we're looking at the basic cardioid version. If you want to find out more about all the different versions, I'll put a link to 3U's website in the description down below, as well as a link to a Gearspace thread discussing these mics. So why do I claim that this might be the ultimate home studio mic? Well, first off, its price. You'll have to email 3U for current pricing, but last I checked, these were under $300 shipped. That's pretty crazy for the quality you're getting here. That's the big benefit of ordering straight from the owner of the company. There's no markups. These would probably be something like twice the price if they were sold through your typical retailers. But beyond just being affordable, this mic is a serious workhorse. Much like the U87 it's inspired by, this thing sounds great on almost everything you throw it on. I've used them on drum overheads, room mics, kick-out, toms, acoustic guitar, vocals, violin, percussion, way more. And that's so important when you're just starting your mic collection, or even if you have a massive collection, but especially when you only have a handful of mics. Owning versatile mics that you can count on to deliver no matter what you're miking up is invaluable. But enough talking about the mic, let's actually hear this thing. First, we'll check them out on drum overheads. I'll also put up a pair of SC Electronic 4400As as a point of reference. The SCs aren't trying to be 87s, so it's not a total apples to apples comparison, but they are another affordable large diaphragm condenser that's meant to be an all-around workhorse mic, so I figured it would be a good reference. So let's check out both pairs completely unprocessed. And now we'll check them out again in the context of a drum mix. For these clips, I did a small cut around 750 Hz on both mics to reduce a little bit of boxiness, as well as a bit of a top end boost for a little extra brightness and airiness. And now let's check out how the Warbler handles acoustic guitar. For this one, I'll put it up next to the Lewitt LCT 640TS. Again, these mics aren't trying to be the same thing, so it's really just to give some context and something to reference against. And let's check those out one more time with a little bit of compression and reverb. I want to show you how this thing sounds on vocals as well, but I don't want to make you all suffer through my singing today. So let's hop into Pro Tools and check out a song I did with this mic with a much better singer than me. The song is called Back to Sea by Julia Alsaraf. I'll put a link to the full song in the description down below if you want to check it out. And while I'm mainly using this song as an example of vocals through the Warbler, we actually recorded everything except the bass, which was just a DI, with the Warbler on this song. So just more proof that this mic can handle almost anything. But once again, we'll take a listen to the vocals soloed and unprocessed, and then we'll drop them into the full mix.
Oh, the tide's getting high, but I'm just not feeling right. In my mind it is time, but I'm just not sure of anything. I'm never sure of anything at all. Oh, the tide's getting high, but I'm just not feeling right. In my mind it is time, but I'm just not sure of anything. I'm never sure of anything at all.
And as a final audio example, you may have noticed that I am talking into the Warbler right now instead of the Lewitt that I've been using lately. But anyway, I'd love to know what you thought of the clips we heard in this video. Or if you've got a mic that you'd consider to be a candidate for the ultimate home studio mic, let me know in the comments. As I mentioned, I'll link to 3U's website in the description if you want to learn more. And if you like this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And head on over to bettermixes.com to find your new favorite drum samples, to learn more about my mixing course, and a whole lot more.